Yo, what's good, man? Episode 174, Stash House Podcast. Your boy Tyler checking in, man. First time listeners, thank y'all for tuning in. If you tune in weekly, salute. And it's just an episode. You saw some topics you may want to hear about. Salute to you as well. Like, share, subscribe, retweet, whatever you do to help support the podcast, y'all. I greatly appreciate it. Hope everyone had a great week, man, a great weekend. Stay safe on your grind, enjoying your summertime, man, staying hydrated, all that good stuff. Staying cool, man, staying in the AC. It's hot as hell outside, I know it. So hope everybody maintaining, man, good spirits, man, good energy all around. Thank y'all for the feedback, man. Last episode had my friend Rebecca in the studio. Great feedback, man, both audio and YouTube, man. Shout out to the YouTube subscribers, man. Audio, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Anchor app, all that good stuff. But back to the feedback, man. Thank y'all so much. Like I told y'all, I'm going to have friends in here, man. It could be conversations, just going with the flow conversations like that was. It could be them in here helping me with topics to talk about. If they want to promote something, all that good stuff, man. It's just a way to get my people, you know what I'm saying, people I fuck with heavy inside the studio. Just to show y'all, you know what I'm saying, I do got people that I rock with heavy. But part 2 of that conversation is later on this episode, and I got the timestamps in the description. So if you want to just skip ahead, trust me, I won't feel no way about that. So part 2 of that conversation later on this episode, and I believe Friday I'm going to drop the entire conversation on YouTube. I'm not going to do audio and YouTube. It'll just be a YouTube exclusive, if y'all want to say that. So salute to Rebecca, man. Thank you so much once again for coming through. And like I said, man, throughout time, I have some more of my friends. I know I said I'm going to talk about the NBA free agency this week. Nothing has happened with the Kevin Durant saga as of yet, so I don't feel like talking about that as like right now. I just want to really wait until something happened with the whole Kevin Durant thing. But different things have been happening, but I'm going to skip that this week. I'm going to get to it eventually. But next week, for sure, I need to stop promising stuff the week before. But next week, for sure, would be my mid-year special. And if you knew, the mid-year special is when I wait until like July. Just give y'all like my favorite album so far this year, my favorite artists. This year I'm doing my favorite songs as well. And I'm going to give y'all who I'm anticipating to drop for the rest of the year. So that's always a fun episode for me just to tell y'all. Because every week I don't talk about music. So it'll be good to catch up on like what I listen to, who I'm vibing with, and who I'm ready to drop for the rest of the year. So be sure to tune into that. That's next week. But to start this week off, man, new albums, new music, a lot of new music from different artists and different genres that I rock with heavy. First, we're going to start with Brent Faiyaz' new album, man, Wasteland. 19 tracks, about an hour long. This is his longest album to date. If you want to count Sanderson, Fuck the World, the EP he had with, I think called Lost, that he had Trust and all that on, and his projects with Sonder. This is his longest project to date, man. 19 songs, about an hour long. If you want to not count, really it's 12 for me, even though it's 19. It's really 12 for me because 3 songs was already out. He had that Gravity song with Tyler that was out already. Dead Man Walking was out already. And the track with Drake and the Neptunes, those was out already. The intro, and he got like the intro and 3 skits. So overall, 7 songs I'm probably not going to count, so that's 12. So if you want to look at it that way, but some people probably didn't even hear those songs that's been out already. So, but for me personally, I've heard some of the songs already. Intense skits, man. Oblivion and Wake Up Call. Very intense skits. So I got to salute Brent on that. It felt like an album. If you listen to Brent music, outside of probably Sanderson felt like an album as well. And that was my first introduction to him in 2017. I know he had the hook on the Gold Link Crew record, but I knew that person was on the hook. I didn't know it was Brent. And then when I heard Sanderson, and I was like, oh, that's the dude on the hook. You know what I'm saying? So Sanderson, my first introduction to him. Overall, man, this project, it was good. It was a good project. Personally, for me, my first listen, I don't know how I felt about it. Because my first listen, I was at work. I had one AirPod in. I was moving around, doing different stuff. And I was just a fan. I'm a fan of Brent, so I figured, okay, I can listen to Brent whenever because I'm a fan of him. But I keep falling into the same trap. I did it with Kendrick. I did it with Brent. I do it with a lot of my artists, a lot of my favorite artists, man. try to listen to him just because I'm a fan. I listen to him whenever I want to when it's a new album. But when it's a new album, you really got to sit or wait till you do the car test or something like that. So my first listen wasn't the best, but then I waited till later on. And it was raining. It was raining, and I was like, all right, this the best time for me to listen to Brent. So I listened to him when it was raining, and I got a different outlook on it. I enjoyed the album overall. It could have cut down some. Some songs I could have dealt without. I'm going to get to my favorite songs in a minute. But his rollout was very interesting to me as well. I think he's independent. If he's independent, then his rollout makes all the sense in the world. What he was doing was he was just dropping his address or dropping a random address to a store or clothing boutique or something like that in Atlanta. I think he did Atlanta, L.A., and New York, if I'm not mistaken. And he like, yo, I'm pulling up in about 2 hours. All my fans come fuck with me. And what it was, basically, all his fans would be out there. He taking pictures, signing autographs until the police shut him down. It was just a basic, I'm pulling up. If you fuck with me, pull up. You know what I'm saying? Showing my fans love, telling them thank you for coming on this journey with me and all that. So it was good, but I figured Brent could do like a pop-up show. Like, Brent got that fan base where the women going to come out, the dudes that's into those women can come out. He could have had a show, but I understand he just wanted to pop out, say thank you, and go on by his day. My favorite records, like I said, he could have cut some down, but overall, my favorite records, man, Loose Change, Heal Your Heart Interlude. We're going back to it. It's been a minute since I brought this up. Heal Your Heart Interlude. I did it with Bryson Tiller on the song with Summer Walker. I did it with Black on the song with Schoolboy Q, Drunk. When these R&B dudes do these records and you saying, damn, that's it, like you were just about to get in your bag, why you stop? Keep in mind, this is an interlude, so I understand it, but at the same time, like, yo, if this song would have been a full song, Heal Your Heart, that probably would have been the one for me. You know what I'm saying? But I enjoyed it being an interlude. Probably my favorite song on the album, Price of Fame. I like Role Model, Ghetto Gatsby with Alicia Keys. I did not expect to see Alicia Keys on this album, but she did a great job in my opinion. Rolling Stone, I really enjoy, and Bad Luck, I really enjoy, man. And like I said, that Oblivion skit and that Wake Up Call skit, very, very intense. Overall, man, I think Brent did a good job. He moves on his own pace, so I do appreciate that. He got his own. He really embracing this toxic thing that I'm not really a fan of. Like, I get it. The thing that made me not a fan of this toxic thing is that it's been so popularized. Like, everything toxic. I'm like, fam, that's just some fucked up shit. Like, I understand everybody got a name for it, but I understand it. But at the same time, you can have the toxic lyrics all day, but overall, I'm looking at is the song good. If the song good, you can be as toxic as you want to be, but the song got to be good, man. And Brent, in my opinion, he did a good job on this album. I'm not mad at it. Just like I've been saying for every other artist that I enjoy, the music I enjoy, I'm just waiting for a tour that I can make. You know what I'm saying? So overall, I think Brent did a very, very good job with this project. I'm not mad at it. It's going to do what it do. His fans going to enjoy it. Like I said, they love that toxic shit. Me, overall, I just wanted to hear good music. And for the most part, I think I got it. Now, in more new music, Westside Gunn, Peace Fly God album dropped, 10 tracks, 35 minutes. Y'all know Westside Gunn, Griselda. Y'all know how I feel about the whole movement, the culture they done created. I love it. I love it, man. Underground sound. Most of this project was produced by Don Carrera. This is my first time hearing of him. And, of course, y'all know Westside Gunn going to have the usual suspects on production, Madlib, Conductor, and the one and only Derringer. That traditional Griselda sound, in my opinion. I always say it. Westside Gunn makes the best albums out of Griselda, in my personal opinion. And if you want me to be real, Westside Gunn makes better albums than a lot of other artists as well. If you want me to be 1,000, that's just my vibe. This underground boom bap sound, I really enjoy it. That's just my vibe. Remind me of my days playing Tony Hawk Underground. You know what I'm saying? So it's just something about that genre that really got me. You know what I'm saying? The Westside Gunn does it. One of the best out of that whole, everybody who does it, Westside Gunn probably the best, and he's especially the best at producing an album for that sound, in my opinion. Now, at first, when he first dropped this project, because he been talking about not rapping again and going to the fashion world. He fucked with the wrestling heavy, so he getting his hands in a lot of different stuff outside of music. So when I first saw this, and I saw songs performed by Westside Gunn, Stove Got Cooks, and SD Mac, I was like, okay, this is going to be the project where he probably shining a brighter light on Stove Got Cooks, who has an amazing album called Reasonable Drought that dropped a couple years ago. I'm definitely looking forward to his new project as well. I'm thinking, okay, he's going to have them in the forefront, but Westside Gunn was all over this album too, man. On one track, he said, I missed the Grammys 2 years straight to watch wrestling. And y'all know that what got me like, oh, shit. Y'all know, man, when I saw him at the wrestling event earlier, I said, oh, he really be here. Like, you see it on Instagram, but when I saw him there moving around the way he was moving around, I was like, okay, he really about it. Like, he wasn't just sitting down in one spot the whole time. Like, he was moving. You know what I'm saying? So, he probably about to sneak into my personal top 5. Now, I don't know Lyrical Miracle. Really, if you want to be honest with y'all, his albums probably make up for, even his lyrics ain't bad. I ain't going to say he ain't no ABC rapper, but his albums can put him up against anybody for my top 5. And y'all know that field spot for me open. Some days I may throw Drake in there. Some days I may throw J. Cole in there. Some days I may throw Travis Scott in there. Who knows? As of right now, Westside Gunn is in that 5, personal. Now, I don't know, you know what I'm saying, Lyrical Miracle. I'm talking about personal, who music I like to listen to, who movements, how he carry himself, what he about, you know what I'm saying? Westside Gunn, man, I rock with bruh, very, very tough, man. Like I said, he made the best. He doesn't shy away from that Griselda sound. Like, I think Benny and Conway, of course, they can rap. So anything they go on, they're going to sound good on because they can rap. But when you hear them on different beats, it's like, okay, I understand you experiment. Like I said, when they experiment, either I hate it or I don't. Either I like it or I don't like it. You know what I'm saying? But with Westside Gunn, there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. When you see his project about to drop, you know you're going to see Derringer. You know you're going to see Conductor. Probably see Alchemist. He's going to stick with that traditional Griselda sound, and that's what I like about Westside Gunn music, man. So if you haven't, check out his new project, Peace Fly God. Like I said, very, very quick, 10 songs, about 34 minutes, man. He makes the best albums out of Griselda, man, and I'm glad he dropped. He been quiet all year. He's been quiet, and to come back like this, man, with this phenomenal project, man, hey, I got to salute him. I also checked out the new Burna Boy album, man. Love the Meaning. 19 tracks, an hour long, man. Y'all know Burna Boy gonna give y'all that vibe. It's no, oh, he's rapping like this, he's singing like this. That's just a feel, man. You just press play and just enjoy the energy, the good energy, man, that comes with it. We deep into the summertime, so you got these beach trips, boat rides, whatever you doing to enjoy yourself over the summer, man. Trust me, that Burna Boy. That Burna Boy, I'm telling y'all, man, just type on YouTube. You ain't got to listen to the album. Just go on YouTube and watch, like, on the low. Watch the record he got with Wizkid. Just watch the video and you'll understand what I'm saying when it comes to Burna Boy, man. I really rock with Burna Boy heavy as well. So, like I said, man, all the new music that came out, different genres. You got Westside Gunn, Brent Faiyaz, Burna Boy. That's what I was on this weekend, man. If it's something I missed, let me know. If it's music overall from this year that y'all think I missed, let me know, man. I'll tap into it. But I like weekends like this where it was just 3 artists, 3 different genres, 3 different fields. But overall, man, great music in my opinion.
I think some other questions that I have for you would be, how do you feel in reference to dating in 2022?
Oh, my God. This is what they've been waiting on.
Because
I have never, I've been doing this for a minute.
Okay.
Clearly by myself. Mm-hmm. You are the second woman on the podcast.
Right.
The first in person.
Okay.
So I'm glad you brought this so now I can probably edit all that other stuff. All right. So they want to know. Yeah. You want to know, they want to know. I feel like social media is influencing it too much.
Agreed.
And we talked about this, the in-person communication versus social media versus texting, all that. So that's one. And I feel like everybody just like trying to up each other instead of make each other better.
I agree.
Now you got some couples out there that clearly, okay, he doing his thing, she doing her thing, they came together, they got a beautiful family, they doing, from the outside looking in,
exactly,
they doing what they need to do. So I think social media is kind of, I hate the word toxic, but it's making it real toxic. It's like, come to the situation now, it's like, okay, if you date her, how you feel about following each other on social media?
Right.
Why does that matter?
Why?
So I just feel like that is messing it up. And for me, that was messing it up for me, I would say, definitely. Because they seeing me doing the podcast, they think, oh, Tyler going to blackball our business. I was like, no, I keep stuff personal.
Right.
Personal.
And you should, yeah.
I'm not coming on here to talk about my relationship and all that. So I just think social media messed it up, if you want my true opinion about it.
I can definitely agree. I think, like you said, everybody's trying to one-up. It's all about clout now. Who can do the most, because at any given time you're going to see a video and you're like, why would you post this? Like, you probably shouldn't have posted that, or we would have been better off not knowing this. Like, this is too much, too personal.
Yeah.
And likes aren't everything. Like, it's okay.
And that's another thing. Why you liking this picture? Why you, it's like, damn, I can't like pictures no more.
People really show you, but I feel like social media is kind of messy as well. Like, it manipulates us. And I don't know if you saw that documentary in reference to social media where they really broke it down to how they're manipulating us.
Is it a social experiment or something like that?
I think it's something like that.
Yeah, I saw it.
And they're showing you how when you frequent this, or it's like willing you to
if you
put
your phone down and you pick it up, you see an ad
That's
or something.
Some real shit.
Yeah.
And they're being messy because it could be like, if I'm speaking to somebody, or just if you're frequently like messaging through social media, I don't know if you've noticed, like if you go to a picture, it'll be like that person and so many others like this picture.
Yeah.
They're being messy as hell.
Yeah.
Like, why do I need to know about this?
Yes.
But it's keeping you like coming back. You're wanting more. And it really is changing the chemistry of our brains, like to find this acceptable or to find something else unacceptable, where without that technology, it would be completely fine. It would be normal.
Right. Yeah. I just think, why does that have so much more stock than real life? It's like, okay, if you see me like a picture, why are you confronting about it in real life? It's like, I'm just watching the game, no, me and her, we
right.
So, yeah. So how you feel dating? And because your DMs are popping.
But my DMs are only popping, like not because I want them to be. So it'll be like, if I post a picture, why are you DMing me? Like, you know what I look like. Like, I was pressure before I posted this picture. You know what I mean?
So is it like a lot of, coming from a woman opinion, because I got a homegirl who hate when I say female.
Okay.
She hates it. So coming from a woman perspective, is it pressure on dudes to like really approach you with it already? Like, not money or nothing, like, yo, if you approaching me, you got to have a plan. You can't just be no, hey, how you doing? You got to follow up with something. I'm not just about to text you all day. And do we got to, like, let's say for the first month.
Right.
What's the vibe got to be like?
I think you definitely have to have some action behind words, because you just commenting on my pictures every time to say, oh, you fine. Like, thank you. Mm-hmm. Like, at some point, compliments, they don't move you anymore. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And not that they're not nice or that you shouldn't compliment women, but you have to know that it takes more than complimenting to get somewhere with a woman. Like, just because you're complimenting a woman doesn't mean that she's going to go out on a date with you.
Okay.
I think especially in this modern age, women are of a different mindset, because we don't need men the way that we may have before in society.
I agree.
Physically, mentally, emotionally, in all different facets. And that's for men as well. I mean, we see technology has provided many a stimulation for people and things like that. But I think you have to communicate, and then you have to put some effort into it. Like, I'm not telling you have to plan some grand gesture, but coffee is fine to start with. Like, and somebody asked me to hang out for the first time, and I was like, okay, and I'm not going to get into it too deep because I don't want this person to feel
we
hit.
don't do no name dropping over
there. But I don't feel like if I'm going to hang out with you for the first time, I should be going to your house.
Oh, no.
I feel like that's such a big no-no.
Yeah.
Like, it's
so
almost rude of you.
They saying hang out as in this is the plan?
Yes. Like, okay. So they said hey, do you like doing hookah? And I was like, yeah, like that's cool.
Yeah.
And I was like, so do you have a place that you prefer? And they were like, my house.
The crib.
And I was like, and so I didn't respond like right away because I try to think about what I say. Like, I would never want somebody to feel small or like I'm disrespecting them or something. But I just wrote back, like, I'm going to be honest. I don't go to people's houses for the first time that I hang out. And I don't care if I've known you and we've been following each other on social media for years. I don't care. Like, I'm not going to your house. And I don't, like, it's weird to me that you feel comfortable bringing people that you've never hung out with, like, to your home. Like, that's questionable.
As we've seen, it's a very dangerous game.
It is.
Fight strangers.
And then you don't know what time I'm on. You know what I'm saying? Like, not just saying what he's on, but you don't know what I got going on. And
I got staking out your house or something.
Exactly. Like, so I was just like, no, like, I'd rather not. And then they suggested something else, and I didn't like that idea either, in reference to meeting for the first time. Because I feel like you have to know, like, if you're doing a certain activity, it can't be, like, a lot of movement. Like, there's no way for you to speak to me. Like,
yeah. See, that's what go back to, like you said, well, like I said, dudes approaching women, messing it up for other dudes who want to approach. Because if I'm saying, hey, I enjoy hookah,
right.
I'm not saying, yo, where you like to smoke hookah at? Shit, the crib, you can just come over here. Like, fam, they got hookah bars that you can,
you know what I'm saying?
like, take her out. Like, it mess it up. It mess it up for, like, dudes mess it up for other dudes, social media messing it up. Some women, which I've came across in the past couple of years, a lot of women, when it comes to like self-esteem, self-confidence, because I'm used to like women not being rough and tough, but being like, yeah, I'm her. You know what I'm saying? Right. So I like that. I like that confidence. And when you just meet females that may be in the downs or something like that, and then they feel like they can just lash at you and come back and say, no, I'm sorry, I'm going through this. Right. It's like, fam, that's mentally,
it's not acceptable.
Yeah, it's mentally draining. I just can't.
Because you have a choice, how you treat people.
Right.
And it's so easy just to be like, you know what, I'm not having the best day today. Let me hit you up later. Or I think communication is the biggest, but when we say communication, a lot of times people will think just talking, but
talking all day, every day.
Listening,
yeah.
That's a great communicator.
Yes.
Like, you have to be able to listen well and listen to receive the information, not just listen to react and speak on what they're saying.
That's what I had to learn, especially like during the pandemic quarantine. I was just horrible at that. I wasn't communicating. Because I'm like, well, one, I can't see you.
Right.
Because the obvious, and it's like, yo, you want to text all day and all. Well, you're horrible at communicating. You one day you like this, another day, and I just blame it on the pandemic. I'm like, yo, I'm going through shit at work or whatever.
But that's true shit though. Like, we like to downplay that, or like it wasn't a big deal, but like mentally, that was a huge thing, because humans are not made to be isolated. Yeah. Like, if the pandemic has shown us anything, like it's okay to be where you want to be alone every now and then, but as far as like not having any speaking, any like a hug just from a friend or something like that, a handshake, like that goes a long way. And so the fact that we didn't get, that's a big mental, block on yourself.
Yeah. And I had to learn too, not saying that I'm great at this, but I just had to learn sometimes they can take your kindness for more than that.
Oh, yeah.
In terms of, oh, he really likes me. No, I'm just a nice dude.
Just trying to be friendly.
I'm just a nice dude. Like, the ones who know me know I can be mean. So not mean in terms of call you out your name, none of that. Just means in terms of one day we may be texting happy, whatever. Then the next day I may be dry because I'm like, yo, we just talked all day yesterday.
Right.
Like, let me relax. Let me live a little bit so I can come back and let you know how my day was. But,
and understand, we don't have to talk every single day to be cool. Like, you and I, we don't speak every day, but our friendship has been going on for how long now?
Right.
Like, you have to understand people are going through their lives on a daily basis, and you're going through trials and tribulations like anybody else. Like, we don't have to speak every day. As long as you know I got you, and if you needed me, you could call me or text me.
Thank you.
Come on.
Thank you. And I just get this asshole stamp, and I'm like, I'm not an asshole, just...
Right.
Either I don't take shit or I just don't like to be bothered. And then when I'm nice, I'm the nicest guy ever.
Right.
It just, Tyler go through stuff too.
Exactly.
It's like,
exactly.
I'm sad. I'm sorry I'm looking like I'm perfect, but I'm not.
No.
Like, I'm not. Sorry.
You were mistaken.
I
have a question too once you get done with that.
I feel like I'm the Joker sometimes. Heath Ledger.
The split.
I feel like I'm just terrorizing the city or something.
You're not terrorizing the city.
I don't know.
Oh my God, that's dramatic. Wow. Like, you went so far.
I don't know. What question you have?
I was going to say, in reference to dating in 2022, somebody asked me this, also a male, and he was like, why do women feel that they have the right to ask you for food? Like, and they're just supposed to get free food. Like, and I'll tell you, the example was this woman hit him up and was like, can you DoorDash me lunch to work? And he's not dating this individual. They're not seeing each other. Yeah. And apparently she's done this multiple times. So I was like, that to me is taking advantage. I can understand. And she tried to blame it on she didn't have, like, money until the next day, which I get. Like,
why are you texting him if y'all not even communicating?
That's my thing.
Yeah.
Why?
If we communicating and stuff, it's like, okay, with DoorDash, I'm like, nah, just wait till I get off work. I can bring it to you because DoorDash going to charge a little more extra than
That's extra.
Yeah.
I don't even DoorDash for myself.
Yeah.
Going DoorDash for you?
I like DoorDash. Wait a minute. Can you wait till I get off work in that situation? But if we not talking, if we not friends.
Apparently some people just go out for free food, and that's not something that moves me. I'm not going to go date you, or not even date you. I'm not going to go and hang out with you if I don't feel like there's something there. Like, I don't want to waste your time. I don't want to waste my time.
That's what I had to learn as well. Stop wasting my time.
Stop wasting your time. Because if you don't feel it, and yeah, there's some times where maybe you don't have that chemistry right off the bat, and then when you do hang out, like, because it doesn't translate very well over social media or text or something. So there could be that possibility, but if I'm already not feeling you because I feel like looking at your pictures, or if you post videos, or even the type of music selection you have, that'll tell me, like, if we have something in common or not.
Yeah, we can start somewhere.
Yeah. But if I'm not feeling it right now, 9 times out of 10, I'm not going to feel it later. Mm-hmm. So I'd rather save that for you. And that doesn't mean we can't be friends or anything like that, but I'm just not taking it that far.
Yeah, dating, it's tricky. Because like I said, you come across different people with different personalities, and I had to learn that. Now that's why I just fall back. I know who I fuck with, I know who I don't fuck with.
It's so terrible though, because everybody has that mindset. I had heard something, and it was on the Giveon album. I was trying to listen to it on the way here.
Great album, by the way, I heard it.
Yes. I've only gotten to like number 6, but so far, solid.
It's
solid.
A great project.
It is.
We'll talk about that too.
No, it is. But he said, my last relationship was cold, so now I got to be the coldest. And I was like, because, right?
You know he cheated on his ex.
I know.
Okay, I don't make sure.
I know.
Okay.
But I'm just saying, like, when you, even like from my perspective of where I was at in my previous relationship and stuff like that, it's like, that is the end result where you feel like somebody did you wrong and now you have to be on this.
Cold, yeah.
But you don't have to. Like, that's letting them win. So I rather just be loving and, open to new things. Not that I am right now, but I know that in the future it's there. I'm not going to be like, oh no, I'm never in a relationship again or something. Like, you can't be like that. So that was a hard line for me because I was like, dang, that's what everybody is out here doing now. Yeah, they feel like they're being played.
Everybody trying to be this asshole or just not nice.
Yeah.
Not nice. Oh, if you want to fuck with me, you got to bring money. You got to do. It's like, fam, like, can I know your name?
Can I?
Like, can I just know your name for a minute? Can I remember you? Like, can you leave?
I remember you?
Can you leave something that made me be like, you know what? She cool as hell. That's all I want. Just let me say, you know what? She cool as hell.
All right.
We ain't got to be married. You know, you are just a cool ass person.
Just a good person.
Like you 100, you keep it real, you're a stand up person. Right. You don't go out your way to do crazy. You just a cool ass person. And I think that was just missing from this. Everybody want to one up each other. It's not about that.
I'm going to play you before you play me.
Yeah.
And it shouldn't be like that.
Let's just enjoy our time together. Wherever we feel like we eat, travel, events, whatever. Let's just enjoy each other's company.
I think that's the saddest part about where we are in life now is because it's like with all the knowledge that we have, why are we still being so like primal and wanting to fight about stuff that really doesn't matter at the end of the day? Because it doesn't matter where you live. Like everybody is going through something. The amount or rate that it's coming at you or how bad it's affecting you is different for everyone, but ultimately at the end of the day, everybody is going through something.
Yeah.
So why aren't we being more compassionate?
Don't let the astrology people come into play. Oh, my
yeah.
God. That's the Leo sunshine in you.
The moon rising.
Yeah, I'm like, that don't got, my birthday has nothing to do with how I'm feeling in November. Right. Like, come on, man. So,
but I don't know, because I feel like seasonal depression is like definitely a thing.
It's a thing now.
It is.
It's a thing. I can, yeah.
I'm so blah. Like in
It's
the colder seasons, I don't want to go nowhere.
Yeah, I come alive in the fall.
Okay, Drake.
I come alive in the fall.
Right. Okay, on to Giveon. Okay. I know he cheated on her.
Justine Scott.
I feel like he's accepted responsibility for that, and he's laying it out in there.
Yeah, it didn't feel like a I want you back type of thing.
No. Accountability.
Yeah. He messed up. I mean, from what I heard, you can't talk your way out of that. Something like the iCloud, she saw everything, and that's what I don't know if it's true or not.
See, technology is so smart, it's making folks stupid.
Yeah, I heard the iCloud was connected, and he was telling her one thing. Meanwhile, he was back, I guess, another part of the world doing the whole other thing. So he was caught red-handed. But with his album, for me, I don't know if I told you, I wasn't the biggest fan of his music at first. Like I saw people like, you know how those new artists come about and everybody just, new Giveon. And I heard it and I was like, okay, it's cool. It was the voice.
His voice is so much lower than what people are used to.
It's very unique.
It is.
It was one of those things where I was like, okay, if it's for you, it's for you. But for me, it was like depending on the song, right. I preferred, whatever. But this album just felt like it flowed better with his voice.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's the beat selection or how he used his voice, but especially come off the whole BET Awards thing. And yeah.
You're going to blame it on BET.
But I was like, for some reason, I definitely like it more than any other songs or whatever I heard from him. But it just flowed well, and it was his voice. It took some time to get used to for me.
I think he's very good for the R&B genre. And like you said, it's an acclimated taste.
Yeah.
But I like back when he first came out and they did like a spotlight on music, he had an interview and he was saying how he prolonged putting out music for the longest time because of his voice and how people were reacting to it. And he was like, when he would sing or he would sample some of his music, it didn't have that sound that he was looking for that's already mainstream or that's out there. But he had to realize that his voice isn't going to sound like anybody else's. Like, it's very unique. And I think when you put it into that perspective, it's like anybody can do it. Like, obviously, you have to sing well.
Yeah.
But you don't have to sound like everyone else in order to be successful or put out good music. Like,
you definitely don't, because as we've seen within the past couple weeks, have you seen Usher's Tiny Desk?
I did see that.
Top tier, right? Then
Usher's whole, like, it's such a hot topic to me because I always think about his past transgressions, like in the
confessions
news.
Or something? Or?
No, I'm talking about like his personal life and his doctor records that were released. And I was the biggest Usher fan. I promise you, when I was a little girl, Usher was like my saving grace. Like I had
that's much girls back in the day.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying now.
So now I'm just like, but no, he's super talented for sure. Yeah, top rated caliber.
So you have that, and then you have the whole Omarion and Mario versus.
Right.
But when was that? Do you know when that interview was with Giveon? What he was talking about?
It was a couple of years ago. I know it was like when he was newer.
Okay. See, the thing about R&B in terms of male artists,
right,
which I've recognized, and I remember when I was in college seeing this tweet, or seeing a lot of tweets about it. Like when Bryson Tiller came out with Trap Soul, amazing project. Everybody loved it. He went on tour.
Right.
And they was like, bro ain't sounding, this Rambo ain't hitting like it was hitting on the album.
Right.
And you got to realize with R&B, it's a lot of things they can press on these boards. And it doesn't,
smooth it out.
Yeah, it doesn't sound like The Weeknd. I was kind of concerned when I first heard him. I was like, I wonder how he sings for real. And he got better at it. Bryson Tiller, that probably what I think ultimately like had his career kind of go.
Right.
Because that came out about his live performance. And it's like, you can't have an album as good as trap soul. And you
Trap soul is so good. That's my travel music. I
Yes.
promise you. And you can play it from start to finish. You don't have to skip.
right.
Yeah,
So you got Bryson or Party Next Door.
both.
P1.
And it depends on like how I'm feeling. Okay, pick one.
P1.
Probably,
P1 or P2.
I would say P1.
All right, you cool.
Okay. Okay. And I was going to say that in reference to The Weeknd, too. I'm not too much of a fan of his newer stuff, but when he first came out,
Oh yeah.
those are some like hard hitting
House of
joints.
Balloons.
Yes.
Yeah. My favorite Weeknd song is Outside.
Okay.
I love that song. But
I
his,
think, what is it like when celebrities get like woke and they just change like their whole persona? You know what I mean?
but the thing with The Weeknd, when he switched up like that, he kind of, I don't say he had to, but globally,
Right.
it makes sense. Like when you're doing tours in Japan,
Oh, yeah.
of course, Mexico. I got his manager on Instagram, and he was just showing like all the places, Germany, all the places that he tours off of Starboy
Right.
and his newest stuff compared to House of Balloons, where it's more, New York, LA. So I understand that, but it does kind of make the music kind of.
It does. It changes when they're more underground versus like mainstream for sure.
Yeah, and that's it's things you got to learn about music. Like I always tell people on the podcast, I think Wiz was my first glimpse of that. Like listening to Cushion OJ, then when he got his deal and like Rolling Papers came, I was like, I roll up.
Started changing
like,
different here.
roll up. I like the song, but I was like, this don't sound like Cushion Orange Juice.
Right.
And ever since then, See You Again and all that. So he clearly had to make changes to his music and his career to elevate.
That song took the world by storm, though.
Yeah. And it came sadly at the right time. Paul Walker and all that.
Oh, baby.
So, yeah.
Yes.
But like it is podcast get a bag. I might change up. You never know.
Don't change up.
Don't change up.
Don't change up.
I ain't gonna change up then. Since Rebecca said don't change
you
up.
can
like,
do better, just don't change. Like, you have to keep that foundation.
yeah, you gotta be you.
Right. Just be you.
Gotta be
'cause
you.
That's what is bringing the audience in. And that's why we're listening to you, because it's Tyler.
Thank you. I wish everybody had that same sentiment.
I'm sure they do.
I got some people I can call right now that'd be like, Tyler, get the fuck off my phone.
I'm going to need to know why you messing up your karma like that. Like, I would hope that there's nobody out there right now that could literally say, because I ain't done nothing to nobody. But
I haven't done nothing either,
realistically,
but
I understand how that goes.
yeah, I don't know. I just be happy with where I'm at. Stay prayed up. Fuck with the people that fuck with you.
That's simple life lessons right there.
I'm a simple guy.
It could be so simple. I think if people just minded their business and they didn't worry about the who's or who's doing who, then it would be so much better.
Like I said, the community, man.
We're going to make it better, though.
Yeah.
Like,
I told you my plan.
I know.
Not this summer, but I'm trying to see how I want to go about it. But sadly, he about to drop an album, so his bag may go up. So
It's always that.
yeah, so I'm gonna figure it out. We gonna figure it out together.
We're going to make some courses or something. I've been looking up, like, digital art, selling that. That's, like, a big thing right now. Drop shipping, those courses. You could make a course on podcasting.
I should.
You should.
I know a little something. I don't know too much about
You
it.
don't gotta know too much, just enough.
Something.
The rest of it, watch on YouTube, and then
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm gonna do. That's how I learned. Cause I got trained on this, but I know more about how to set everything up. Just go on YouTube, type in the software, and be like, "How can I do this with this?"
right.
And they're like, "Quick and easy, under 5 minutes." I was like, "All right, bet." Got my notes written down. Came back in here. Oh, that shit worked. All right.
You do know what they're talking about.
Yeah, you got one 20 minutes long. You got the other one. Quick 5 easy steps to learn how to.
I think they're probably messing it up for everybody else, though, because, like, you have those people that are giving out courses, but they're, like, gatekeeping.
Yeah, it's a lot of that.
It's a lot of
It's a
gatekeeping.
lot of that.
And then you have another person who's like, I'm just going to lay it all out there. Like, this is what you do from step A to B. And they're not charging anything for that. So,
Yeah, yeah.
it's enough out here for everyone.
Knowledge supposed to be free.
What do they say? The pen is mightier than the sword. So that is why, because they don't want you to have the knowledge to be better.
You got to go out there and get it, man. You got everything in the grass of your hand with the cell phone. Cell phone, laptop, whatever. All right, so what you plan on doing for the weekend? They're going to hear this after the weekend, but.
Of course. I'm going to do some more self-care. Probably take a drink or a shot. Might do some hookah. I've been feeling that. I don't know. That's like a vibe, though. Like, you get to listen to music.
I can't get into the hookah.
Yeah.
I can't get into it.
Why?
I don't know.
You're not doing it right.
I'm not. Because when I did do it, my smoke was very thinner than everybody else's.
Okay, no, you're not doing it. Because I'm telling you, and it's so funny because hookah gives you like a head high, like if you're doing it right.
Okay.
But that thing will hit you all of a sudden. You be like, "Ooh."
I heard.
You're just like vibing to the music, having a good time, and don't let you have some good drinks either.
Did I tell you the joke I heard about hookah?
No.
The dude was like, he thought they was cheap. So I was watching 85 South, and the dude was like, him and his girl went to the hookah bar. So he like, all right, let me get about 2 of them. I'm thinking they're like $15 or so. So they brought out 2, and he was like, how much they gonna be? They're like 30 each or something. He like, oh no, I'll take 1 back. So he was hitting it. He wasn't feeling it.
Right.
So he told his date, he was like, hold on, I'll be right back. So he went across the street to the store, got 2 Black & Milds. He came back, said she wanted to say.
Now that's doing the most.
And he was like, I just said, hold on, I'll be right back. I went to the store, got 2 Black & Milds.
Did they smoke them?
I don't know.
Because I'm telling you, if anybody takes me out to hookah and then they feel like it's not smoking, they bring some Black & Milds, I'm going to be like, all right, I'll be right back. But I'm not coming back. Like, no, first off. And $30 is actually very cheap for hookah.
The one time I did go, I think mine was 30. The one time I did go to Crown.
Yeah, 30 is super cheap. Usually it's about, I would say, 40. And when we were in Miami, it was 75, but they were like taller. But it also came with a bottle of Moscato. So I was like, okay.
What's the difference between like the normal and I guess like the ones you see with like 5 or 6 of the things? Like, what's the difference?
It's just the size, like the reservoir, how much tobacco that you can carry in there, how much coal is going to be on there, because the coal is what's burning the tobacco, obviously. But yeah, that's really it. Or it really depends. It starts getting pricier if you start mixing like the tobacco, or they have like premium flavors and things like that. So that'll be taken into account as well.
I think that would mess me up. I was in college, my homeboy, and it was like kind of early. It wasn't as popping as it is now. Right. And they kept on getting the same type of flavor, and they just never, I was like, nah, I'm cool on this.
I love peach and mint. It's very refreshing, and it's just good. Or like a raspberry, blue raspberry. Those are always good. Like the fruity flavors are always good.
All right, fellas, she told y'all what kind she likes.
There you go. So call me up and be like, your hookah's ready right now. Come here. And then I'll be like, you know what? I'm going to show up.
Where you at? I'm at the crib.
No. I can't come through. Scratch that. I'm sorry. Take it to the Riverwalk.
The Riverwalk.
Hookah at the Riverwalk.
At the park.
And I would be okay with that. Like if you had to do that, if you just had to, if you're going to put a blanket out there and you make like a picnic, I couldn't even be mad at that, because it's not even the activity that you're doing. It's the type of like mindset you've put into.
Is that real though? Do y'all really enjoy that?
Yes. It's the amount of effort that you put in. I don't care what you do, because you could do a big old show and then you really don't care. Like you're just doing it not because I like it. It's just because you're clout chasing. You feel like you'll get a lot of likes based off of this. Yeah. No, like it's the effort that you put in.
But that shouldn't be the first?
No.
Okay.
No. So, I mean, it can be if that's how you, if you rolling like that. Like, I mean, hey, do your thing. But just conversate. Like, don't be weird.
Oh, yeah, we just sitting in the blanket. I was just sitting here looking at the water. So, what you want? Something to eat? Some chips or something? I got some more in the basket.
See, there you go. Like some grapes. You don't even got to do full-blown charcuterie.
Charcuterie.
That's another big thing right now. Charcuterie. I love a good charcuterie board. Like, you're a wine drinker.
I seen more people like do that. They experimenting with it. They making their own.
Fruit and cheese is A1. And then when you pair
I just saw a post yesterday on Instagram. Somebody said, I just did my first. How does it look?
I did see that. Yeah. And it did look good.
Yeah.
It looked good. I would eat that. I'd tear it up.
Okay.
So, you know,
Better
put
give
that
y'all,
effort in.
giving y'all the game plan.
I'm giving y'all the game. It's not hard. It's inexpensive. You know, just make it from the heart. That's it.
Make it from the heart.
At the end of the day,
Do
anything
everything.
you do.
Have intent.
Yes.
Okay. I want to get everything. Anytime I have a guest on that's not talking about topics,
Right.
I want to get like certain cliff notes to remember. So be intent, be nice, do it from the heart.
Do it from the heart.
Okay.
No losses, only lessons. That's a big
No
one.
losses, only less. That's the name of this episode.
Okay.
Because we've been going for a minute, so I got to delete. Now, I'll probably chop this up.
Okay.
Probably do part 1 this week, part 2 next week, if you don't mind.
No, I
So
don't mind.
don't go on Facebook and be like, let me tell y'all about Tyler. He chopped my shit. Or this ain't what I said. And
You be making me look all crazy, like, oh, at your house?
yeah.
No.
Your house, yeah. Okay. But, I ain't doing all that.
Right.
But I do want to thank you for coming, Becca.
Thank you for having me.
No
I really do. I
problem.
feel honored. Like, this is some,
Yeah.
no, this is some
I fuck with
like,
you.
real shit.
Yeah.
Like, this is awesome. And you're doing something, like, that people aren't doing on a daily basis. So I feel like I'm a part of history now.
No problem. When I get the check, I'll break you off a little something.
I just need, like, I'll take, like, 5%.
5%.
Yeah.
I was thinking more like
0.25. Inflation, Tyler, inflation.
inflation. I heard something about another stimmy. 300.
Y'all don't want one.
I heard-
You see what happened with the stimmies. Now we paying it back in gas.
They should have known that was going to happen, though.
Yeah.
Some way, you should have known, okay, what it was, 1,200,
Oh, yeah.
13, come on, 600.
I saw a meme the other day was like, man, during the pandemic, we were unemployed living like we were full time.
I was so hating on them.
It's terrible.
I was saying, like, y'all getting how much for unemployment?
Too much?
Yeah.
More than what they was doing in their regular job?
I was like, damn, that's setting up everybody for failure. Y'all getting used to not working. Now it's time to go back to work.
They don't want to go to work. And that's why we having all these problems now, because they don't want to go to work. They don't want to, like,
It's just
you
some
can't expect to
things.
get money and you're not doing anything. Like, you have to contribute some type of way.
And stop downplaying people who want to work.
Exactly.
They looking at it, oh, y'all working for the man. Like, no, I'm working for me. I got to pay fucking bills.
Right. And not everybody wants to be an entrepreneur. Like, not to
Yes.
say that that's a problem, but you have to have blue collar. You have to have white collar. That's just the way the society works. Like, it is what it is. And that's why I don't even look down on anybody that's doing any type of work. Like the sanitation workers who are collecting my trash and stuff like that. Like, I made them baskets and things like that.
Yes.
Because
You need those people.
Yeah.
Yes.
You know what I say? Like, thank you.
You
for
need
getting on this
people.
truck. You have
Somebody
to.
got to do it.
Somebody's got to do it.
Because y'all want the robots to come. Because the robots come, we all going to be unemployed.
They say that.
We all about to be sitting there on like fucking robots.
Gonna be at Subway making a sandwich.
Yes. Like, damn, just realize people make the world go around. Workers make the
do,
world go
yeah.
around.
So be kind. Like, no matter where you go, be kind to those people, because I don't care if they're bagging your groceries or cleaning the bathroom. Like, you would have something to complain about.
Treat them with respect, man.
Do it.
If you catch them on the wrong day, you walk outside, damn, they pick up my trash. What the hell going on?
Because I'm the first one to call. Like, y'all can't even pick this stuff up. Why y'all doing this?
Like, you need people, man. So,
Right.
but thanks again.
Thank you.
It's not the last time. Hopefully, it's not the last time.
Okay. You'll have me back.
Yes.
I'll be back.
Yes.
Okay.
If I can fit in your schedule, yes.
My schedule is clear for Tyler. Not for anybody else out there listening, just for Tyler.
She said it, not me.
Okay.
All right. So, yeah, I'm going to chalk that up.
Okay.
That's it.